Good evening, Miles and CMF. Tor, good to see you as well. How you doing? How you been, Tor? Thank you for retweeting the live show as well, Tor. Thank you for retweeting the live show and liking the live show. Let's go, Tor. Brother Miles, hello, CMF. JP, good to see you as well. How you doing? Billo, good to see you as well. How you doing, brother? Any big news? Yes, we do have quite a lot of news to go through on today's live show. Dennis, good to see you as well. How you doing? Hi, Miles and CMF. Good to see you as well. Dennis, how you doing? Yeah, we do have quite a bit of news to go through on today's live show as well regarding the XRP Ledger, regarding lending and borrowing on the XRP Ledger, and some other news to go through regarding some data, some stats to go through. We have news from Tether to go through. We have news from Circle and BlackRock to go through. A new partnership has been formed, and also a reimburse of an old partnership as well. So much news actually to do, on today's live show to go through. Back from charge as well. Let me go back to the comment section. Good. I hope you had a great day and great news. Let's go, Tor. Yes, a lot of things has happened. Had a great day as well. Doing good, brother. Let's go, Bill. Solomon. Hi, Miles and CMF. Good to see you as well, Solomon. How you doing? Good evening, Miles and family. Good to see you as well, Manny. How you doing? Hi, Miles and family. Troy. Good to see you as well. How you doing? Gold just opened higher with a price gap. Yeah, the reason why gold is doing higher with a price gap is because of this scenario of the war that was going on. Gold does tend to become a safe haven in these types of scenarios. That is why. What's up, Miles, and what's up, CMF? Max, good to see you as well. How you doing? How you been? Everyone's tuning one by one. By the way, thank you so much to everybody that's retweeting the live show. Honestly, thank you so much to everybody from the CMF that's retweeting the live show right now. It does help to grow the CMF quite a lot when everybody retweets the live show right at the beginning. So thanks so much to everybody that's retweeting the live show right at the beginning of the CMF live show, because I'm getting notifications one by one retweets. Carol, good to see you as well. How you doing, Carol? And thank you for retweeting the live show, Carol. Good news already. The war ended. Yep, seems like it this way. Well, apparently there might be a strike or retaliation from Israel in 48 hours, but it's a big if regarding Israel doing retaliation towards it. What up, Cruz? Good to see you. How you doing? Went back to your Max. You went from your YouTube to your X. Let's go. Evening, Miles and CMF. Good to see you as well, Pierce. How you doing? How you been? Good evening, Miles. Funky brother. Good to see you as well. How you doing, Funky brother? Pierce, thank you so much for retweeting the live show as well. Good evening, Miles and CMF. Don, good to see you as well. How you doing, brother? Okay, as I think everyone's tuning in one by one, so as everyone's tuning in one by one, I'll do the disclaimer on what we're going to be talking about today on this live show. So if you're watching this live show for the first time ever, welcome to the CMF live show, where we talk about how the world is evolving into a digital space, and we talk about we talk about the blockchain aspects about it, the politics behind it, and some war scenarios that's going on right now inside the market space that is affecting the market space. So we talk about recent news on this live show, and we do Q&As, which means if you have any questions, put it down in the comment sections. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. The disclaimer of this live show is not financial advice, not political advice, and whatever I say is only for entertainment purposes. So if this is your first time watching this live show, welcome to the CMF live show. If you're regular, let's go CMF. And the live show has officially started now. Thank you so much, first of all, to everybody from the CMF that's retweeted the live show and is tapping on the screen. So thanks so much to everybody that's tapping on the screen on X. And thank you so much to everybody that's tapping on the screen on YouTube as well. Okay. Good evening, Miles. Let's go. How you doing? Good to see you as well. Don, good to see you as well. I've retweeted already as usual. Let's go, Frankie brother. Thank you for that. Hello, friends. Good to see you as well, Messi. How you doing? My comments are showing up faster on your feed when I do it from X. That's why. Hey, CMF, Stormy, good to see you as well. How you doing? Stormy, perfect timing, joining the live show, because we're just about to go through the first news of the live show, so perfect timing and tuning in, Stormy. Now, the first news to actually go through is quite interesting. It's on the XRP Ledger is what's essentially happening. Happy Pisces, good to see you as well. How you doing? Perfect timing as well. Happy Pisces. We're just about to go through the first part of the news. Hello, Miles and CMF. Coin, good to see you as well. How you doing? Perfect timing again. We're just about to go through the first part of the news. So, And thanks so much again, everybody that's retweeting the live show. I'm getting one by one notifications. People from the Stormy just retweeted the live show. Thank you, Stormy, for retweeting the live show. And everybody's something retweeted the live show as well. Thank you so much for everybody that's retweeting the live show. Now, the first news to go through on today's live show is regarding the XRP Ledger. So regarding lending and borrowing is what's happening on the XRP Ledger. So something interesting is brewing up. Ripple steps into DeFi and announces XRP lending protocol. Ripple is a leading an initiative to bolster the XRP Ledger's decentralized finance DeFi capabilities with an on-chain leading protocol. The proposal labeled 0066XLS-66D aims to establish a censorship-resistant DeFi ecosystem within the network and is currently open for public scrutiny on GitHub. New lending protocol on the XRP Ledger. Ripple unveiled the proposal for a native lending protocol on the XRP Ledger. This protocol is poised to enhance the XRP Ledger's interaction with the DeFi ecosystem, marking a significant step towards improved financial exclusivity and transparency. The proposed protocol introduces a direct lending and borrowing mechanism that prioritizes flexibility and reusability. Notably, the protocol allows participants to contribute fungible tokens such as XRP, wrapped BTC, and wrapped Ethereum to a lending pool to earn interest. The platform would also allow loan terms to be negotiated off-chain and then securely recorded on-chain. This streamlined process will facilitate user engagement and ensure transparency and security. Now, this is what was said word for word by Ripple. The lending protocol enables fixed-term loans with preset terms for interest acquiring loans. It bypasses the need for collateral by using off-chain underwriting, risk management, and first loss capital protection schemes in case of a default, said Ripple X. Notably, blockchain developers stand to gain significantly from this proposal, as it's a modular design and extensively makes it easy to build and integrate lending decentralized applications on the XRP Ledger. This innovation promises diverse practical applications, further enriching the XRP Ledger ecosystem. While the proposal undergoes review and refinements, there is an optimism regarding its potential impact on the XRP Ledger. Ripple's CTO, David Schwartz, said it could introduce a new utility layer without deteriorating traditional finance entities from its use. This is what David Schwartz said, Ripple CTO, regarding this. If passed, this could bring new utility to the XRP Ledger. Together with the native DEX, this lending protocol forms a crucial pillar in essentially enabling more accessible, efficient, and transparent financial services, said David Schwartz on the XRP Ledger. So, the XRP Ledger right now is aiming towards lending and borrowing, and it's apparently going to be 10 times easier than borrowing against your assets and use them as collateral when you get it from a bank, like, for example, HSBC. But you could do it directly on the XRP Ledger and borrow against your crypto assets on the XRP Ledger, do lending and borrowing on the XRP Ledger, which I think is an amazing way to do it. And I'm hoping that they do come to the conclusion to pass this on the XRP Ledger and introduce it, and it's fully operational as soon as possible, because that is absolutely amazing. So, first news of the day, absolutely amazing for XRP. XRP Ledger is going to have lending and borrowing capabilities. Woodhouse, good to see you as well. How you doing? Hi, everyone. How's it going? Good to see you as well, Woodhouse. How you been? Any news, XRP? That was the first news on the XRP Ledger, which is incredibly massive. I feel so done with XRP. Shimson, you should never be done with XRP. You're rocking it, Miles. Let's go XRP then. And news on XRP, brother. I just joined. Sorry for asking. Thank you. Good to see you as well. How you doing, Abel? That was the first news on XRP Ledger. I just read out right now. You will take over the media. Congratulations. Let's go XRP then. Thank you for the kind words. Billo, let's go. Will XRP drop tomorrow and coming days or go up? It's stabilizing itself is what I would say right now. XRP is right now stabilizing itself. It's stuck between the prices of 38 pence and 39 pence. So in British pounds, as I'm telling you, I'm not telling you in dollars around 38, 39, but in British pounds terms, it's essentially stabilized around 38 pence and 39 pence for the time being. If you look at the chart, if you zoom out to the chart, zoom out of the chart, go to the 15-minute chart, it's pretty much stable. Love your stream, brother. What are your thoughts on XRP by the end of the year? Thank you so much, Spyro, and Spyro454 for the kind words. What are my opinions regarding XRP by the end of the year? Well, by the end of the year, a lot of things should have happened. By the end of 2024, this case is definitely finished and disappeared. We should have quite a bit of regulations. We should have some adoption in progress as well, and we should be seeing new price points for XRP by the end of the year. According to recent documentations and some other things that's in progress, it does all indicate to that manner, because the market moves with narratives. So this market narrative right now we are in is all about regulations. And the market narrative is all about regulations, it's all about banks, it's all about institutions, which is Ripple's entire client base in general. So this is when the XRP case is supposed to come to an end, when the market narrative is about banks, institutions, and regulations, because that is all Ripple does and deals with, essentially. The simplest terms. Hi, Miles, that's what I think regarding by the end of the year. George, hi, Miles and CMF. Good to see you. How you doing, George? How you been? I've been great. Got my first sale. E-back, let's go. Yes, Woodhouse today. Congrats to Woodhouse as well. CMF members, something you should know. So Woodhouse started his own first business aside from the clothing brand he has. So Woodhouse, aside from the clothing brand he has, he started a new business on the side, and today he's just got his first sale of the day, which is absolutely amazing. Woodhouse, well done to you, brother. He's still a young entrepreneur and he's still learning his roots, but he's done incredibly well for himself. And today was his first sale. He's now selling, he's moved up, he's selling e-bikes and so on, but he just made his first big sale today, which is absolutely amazing. Let's go, Woodhouse. Hello, Don and Taylor. That's what Troy said. Thank you, Abel. No problem. So, can you explain the difference of this versus XRP and the XRP AMM? Regarding the XRP Ledger, essentially loan-wise, lending and borrowing, and regarding the XRP AMM. So the XRP AMM is when you provide liquidity to the pool. So the AMM is essentially when you provide liquidity to the pool, and you're risking it quite a bit as well. When you're lending, you're borrowing against that. Essentially, you're borrowing against the AMM. There's a reason why the AMM came first, and now the lending and borrowing is coming next. So the AMM is when you put your XRP into the pool, and you're essentially earning some on top of it, essentially. But when you do lending and borrowing, you're borrowing against the pool. In the simplest way. If Hong Kong approves BTC, so in AMM, you're providing liquidity, lending and borrowing, you're lending against that liquidity. If Hong Kong approves BTC ETF XRP, will it go up? If Hong Kong approves an XRP ETF, will XRP go up? Yes. If Hong Kong approved an Ethereum ETF, Ethereum would go up. If Hong Kong approved Bitcoin, Bitcoin would go up. If Hong Kong approved Solana ETF, Solana would go up. So in general question, yes. If Hong Kong approved an XRP ETF, if Hong Kong approved the BTC ETF, XRP will go up. Sorry, I read your question wrong completely. If Hong Kong approves, because you put BTC ETF XRP, so if Hong Kong approves a BTC ETF, XRP will go up. The market will go up in general. The market will go up in general. I was 5 days from closing, but now we are staying open. Let's go, Woodhouse. Because it's a stable coin, remember? This is a stable coin, remember? How are you doing, Miles? How was your day? It was great, Sam. Good to see you as well. How you been? Thanks for the mention, Miles. Let's go, Woodhouse. Hello, Miles and CMF. Hope all is well, though. Ray, good to see you as well, brother. How you doing? Congratulations, Woodhouse. Let's go, is what JP said. Let's go. So yeah, for anybody that tuned in late, the first news we went through was regarding XRP Ledger. The XRP Ledger is going to be introducing lending and borrowing against your XRP. So maybe you don't have to go to HSBC Bank to borrow against your XRP. And just to put it out there again, if you want to skip taxes in a very, very legal way, within the law, if you want to skip taxes within the law, you borrow against your crypto assets and you pay zero tax because you don't pay tax on debt. So if XRP Ledger is going to provide lending and borrowing, then you can just use that instead of going to a bank and using it as collateral. So there you go. Even better, you can do that from anywhere around the world. Come good to see you. How you doing? Now, next news to go through on today's live show is regarding Tether. Tether's CEO, Pablo, reveals his next big project. Tether USDT CEO Pablo announced the company is now on the verge of opening the doors of its tokenization platform to the public. So apparently Tether's CEO has now ventured into tokenizations, which I'm interested to know what he has chosen as the backbone of his tokenization project. So he announced this development on his official X account, described as a masterpiece by him. The platform is preparing to revolutionize the tokenization environment with its unique features. According to its own statement, the platform will be completely non-custodial, allowing users to have full control over their assets. In addition, according to the official statement, the platform will support multiple chains and asset types to meet a wide range of user needs, from bonds, stocks, and funds to coffee shop reward points. Users will be able to tokenize almost anything using the Tether platform. According to him, also, one of the prominent features of the platform is that it essentially offers high degree of customization. Users will be able to tailor their experiences to their specific needs, making the platform a truly user-centric platform. According to him, also, he claimed that the platform will be a brand that carries the technological features of Tether's technology, which supports the USDT, a digital asset with a market value of 107 billion US dollars. This is interesting, okay, regarding Tether going into tokenizations. Now, I don't know if Tether is going to be releasing a new token. That I'm not fully aware of, but we'll find out in a few days if Tether is going to be releasing a new token because of their tokenizations, or they're not going to be releasing a new token. But what is interesting is two things Tether has said. One, Tether has said that they're going to be, offering a full user control over their assets, full user control over their assets. So Tether has no control over your assets, which is hard to believe, and I'll tell you why. And then Tether goes on to talk about the second part, which is quite interesting, regarding it's going to be using Tether's amazing technology. Tether's amazing technology essentially is control. USDT can freeze wallets. USDT can freeze your USDT. USDT can seize your USDT and essentially blacklist your wallet. Okay, so regarding their tokenization is full user access, I don't know how that will play out, because knowing Tether, they do have capabilities of freezing and seizing people's wallets if they have USDT. It's happened multiple times. Now, Tether does only freeze your and seize your wallets if you're using it for illicit activities. According to Tether, if you're using it for illicit activities, they will freeze and seize your Tethers, your USDT. And they're coming out with a tokenization platform saying, full user access. We have no capabilities of doing anything to it. You are in control. But then they go on to say it's using Tether's amazing technology. Tether's amazing technology is control. It's freezing and seizing assets. So I don't know how that one plays out. So let's see, after a while, regarding Tether's amazing tokenization capabilities, how that's going to go down. And till this day, believe it or not, till this day, we still don't know what's backing Tether. We have an idea there's some US bonds and some other assets, but we really don't know. So it's an interesting one regarding Tether. It's a very interesting one regarding Tether because we don't know. They are not full transparent. They freeze and seize people's USDT. And now they came out with a tokenization platform which they claim has no control, but then it's using Tether's technology, which is full control. So it makes no sense. So let's just see how that one plays out. All right, brother, come on, good to see you. How you doing? And let's see if they're going to release a new token. That should be interesting as well. Tether's going to release a new token for their tokenization purposes. I had to hear it from you. I'm thrilled about this XRP Ledger staking and borrowing against your bag. Let's go, happy Pisces. Hoping it comes out to Canada, or is it XRP, or if it's XRP's worldwide? It's worldwide. If the XRP proposal, so there's a new XRP Ledger proposal regarding lending and borrowing that's going to come to the XRP Ledger, where you can lend against your crypto assets. You can lend against your XRP, you can lend against wrapped BTC and wrapped Ethereum as well. And it's for anyone, it's worldwide. But it has to get approved. The proposal has to get approved regarding lending and borrowing first. But it's worldwide when it gets approved. So you can lend and borrow against your XRP, no matter where you are around the world, and skip on taxes because you don't pay tax on debt. So you don't have to go to HSBC Bank anymore to borrow against your assets and skip tax. in a very legal way within the law. Mouse, up or down or sideways? Sideways is what I would say for now. Sideways, a little bit up. If I'll tell you like this, so Cass, up, down, or sideways is your normal question towards me. So up, down, or sideways. I'll tell you like this: if Israel doesn't retaliate in 48 hours, because the market is moving with the war scenario right now, the manipulation is by the war. So if Israel doesn't retaliate within 48 hours, then I would say sideways, a little bit up and up. If Israel retaliates within 48 hours, I would say sideways, a little bit up, but down because of retaliation. So it depends on what happens next within 48 hours. Stablecoins are not decentralized like XRP. Exactly. But neither is that one. But no, nothing is really decentralized. The word decentralized is used too loosely. Miles, do you think the markets will still dip before the BTC halving, or have we had our dips? It looks like we already had our 50% dips. Does seem to look like it. We did, yes. We needed something to manipulate the market space. Honestly, we needed something, because something was bound to happen to manipulate somehow the market space. And out of nowhere, it was after 45 years, the Iranian military attacking Israel, overnight. That was the one that caused the market to tumble. So something needed to happen, and something did happen. And is that the end of it? We'll know within 48 hours. Okay, thanks, bro. No problem, Cass. Where is the background? Don't know. Hi, Miles of CMF. That's fantastic news. Let's go, Shelly. Shelly, good to see you as well. How you doing? Is that a house on CoinMove? It is. Yes, it is. If I sell, if I sell XRP, I pay tax. If I loan against it and don't pay back the loan, then they take my XRP and I'm not paying taxes. Yes. So Messi, you said if I sell my XRP, I pay tax. Yes. If you sell your crypto assets, you pay tax. True. If I loan against it and don't pay it back and don't pay back the loan, they take my XRP. Yes, if you get a loan and you don't pay back the loan, then obviously you will lose your asset. That could go with traditional finance or digital finance. It doesn't really matter. If you don't pay back a loan, you lose your assets. And I'm not paying taxes. Yes, and you're not paying taxes. Can't sell, can't stay, but it will damage your credit report. Can't stay today as I have an appointment. Just checking. Did you update your portfolio? Shelly, by tonight I will update my portfolio. And there's also a new project that I was looking into today as well, which I was going to share to the CMF. Shelly, the new project is called Wecan, is what I was looking into today. But I was going to talk about it later on the live show. But since you're going to be going to you're going to go to an appointment, so you might miss the announcement that I make. There was a new project I was looking into today. It's called Wecan. It's based out of Switzerland. It seems like a legitimate project. It's based out of Switzerland. It's into tokenizations and data, so data tokenizations. And it was released in December 2023. So it's fairly new, not new at all, but fairly new, December 2023. The charts look absolutely horrendous on Wecan. If you zoom out of Wecan on the charts, it looks terrible. It's just, but it did seem to look like it bottomed out and is going to be coming back up. And it seems like a legitimate project. They've won an award as well for their tokenization and data capabilities. It's called Wecan. Today, just for a side bet, I put $50 into it just for a side bet. I'm being fully honest. I'm not going to come here and tell you I put $10,000 of my own money or $40,000 of my own money. I put $50 as a side bet just to see what happens. But I might put more in later on. But as a side bet, I put $50. But it seems to be legitimate. They've won an award. They're inside tokenizations. They're inside of data. And they have a circular supply of 800 million, total supply of 2 billion. So let's see. Do you like Suko or Math? They're all right, but I'm not into them. How are you today, Miles and CMF? I'm good. Lena, good to see you. How you doing? Why they attacked Israel on a Saturday doesn't have to do something with the market. Seems like it. Can you spell that? And what's the ticker? It's weekend. I'll tell you now. It seems like it bottomed out a while ago. So basically, I brought the bottom with $50 as a side bet, just to see what happens. It's called... So today, this morning, it was up 7%. This morning was up 7%. Now it's up 30%. This is what it looks like. It's called Wecan. 24-hour volume is not much, 35,000. Fully diluted market cap is 62 million. Market cap in general is 2.7 million. Circular supply is 827 million. Total supply is 2 billion. And the website, wecangroup.ch. Secure your data. We tokenize data on a blockchain for audibility, timestamping, rewards, and secure sharing. Now, they do have 100+ partners. And also they have 2 platforms. They have their Wecan already available. They have their Wecan Connect. I'm reading these off the website. The same thing I did today when I read off the website to see what the project was. I came across it so randomly as well. They have a Wecan messaging, blockchain messaging chat app that you can download on the App Store already. It's available on the App Store and it's available on Google Play Store. You can download their blockchain secured instant messaging platform. And they also have a blockchain data manager, which companies use. So Wecan complies in a blockchain data manager used daily by over 100 financial institutions. It seems, so far what I've seen into it, and that's why I only put a side bet of $50 to see what happens. But, Wecan Group joins global elite with wealth-bearing European award. Leading wealth management industry participants, Wecan Group has been selected as a winner in the blockchain-based sourcing solution category in the Wealth Briefing European Awards 2024. So they won the European awards for blockchain in their category of, essentially finance. The awards for 2024 in Europe, they won it. And they have all their paperwork and they're based out of Switzerland. And their platform is built in Switzerland as well. All in all, seems quite an interesting project. Maybe I should have put more, but I only put $50. I'm not going to lie to people, lie to CMF and say I put $40,000 or something. I would only put $40,000 more into XRP, not into a new project like Wecan. But I only put $50 just to see what happens. So if you want to sell your XRP, don't get Wecan? Yeah, it's called Wecan. It's on CMC. What's the ticker? The ticker is Wecan. The project is called Wecan. The ticker is Wecan as well. As I said, the charts look horrible. The all-time chart looks absolutely horrible. Okay, the all-time chart looks absolutely horrible. It looks like this, the all-time chart. However, it does seem to look like it bottomed out. And today it's doing 30%. But that's the only reason I put $50, because it does seem like a high risk type of scenario. But the project seems legit so far. What's the ticker? Wecan. What's the ticker? Wecan. Miles, I'm so sorry, my phone cut out. Where am I? And I didn't hear if you responded to my question about XRP Ledger stake in Canada or automatically worldwide. You can stake XRP. So on the XRP Ledger, when it's going to be introduced regarding lending and borrowing, you can stake it. You can lend worldwide. Lending and borrowing worldwide on the XRP Ledger, worldwide. Hello, CMF. Scott, good to see you as well. How you doing, Scott? How you been? Hello, Miles. How you doing today? Your parents, your business. My business is doing very well, Scott. Thank you so much for asking. My parents are doing very well as well. Thank you so much for asking as well. And I'm doing great. My day went well. Let's go, Scott. We cannot see your screen. We can? Yeah, it's called Wecan. Funky brother, Wecan. Hi, Miles. Max, good to see you as well. How you doing? Where can we buy that? Which exchange? I brought it from Bitstamp. So Bitstamp is the exchange I used. What exchange is it on? Bitstamp. It's on Bitstamp today. Tomorrow, I checked. Tomorrow, it's going to be on MEXC. And that's how I came across it. That is exactly how I came across it. So today, I went to do some light leverage trading. So I went to MEXC. And this is how I came across the project. So today I went to MEXC. I opened up MEXC app and I thought, let me just see, let me try to do some trading, some leverage trading while I'm waiting for this meeting. So I opened up MEXC and I looked at the charts and I wanted to do some trades, but I thought, I looked at the time, I was like, I'm not going to be able to make the trade, unless I want to make it to this meeting. So let me just go to the meeting. And then MEXC has this section for new projects. So MEXC has this section where it says new projects they're listing in 24 hours or 48 hours. So I randomly clicked on it and Wecan was one of the projects there. I normally check the project to see what they are going to be released on MEXC, and about 90% of projects released on MEXC are all absolutely just meme coins. But there's a few gems sometimes. And Wecan, so randomly I clicked on it, went to the website, seemed legit, did slight research into it, seemed legit. I saw they won an award, I saw their lending partners and so on, I saw their tokenizations data, looked at their token supply, their total supply, their market cap, their full chart, which looks absolutely horrible. The chart on Wecan looks absolutely horrible when you zoom out, but when you zoom in, it's starting to get better. So I threw $50 into it just to see what happens. But that's how I came across it on MEXC. MEXC has this section where it says new coins or something, and I just randomly clicked on it, went through it, did some research. Turned out to be quite interesting, but I only put $50 because it's still a high risk project. Seems legitimate, but still a high risk project. Where can we buy that? Which exchange? Don't buy it. Look into it. See what it is if you want to go for it. I only put $50. It's high risk. But Bitstamp is where I bought it from. What exchange? Bitstamp. Wecan. So WECAN. What will Ripple give us against our XRP? Most likely their stablecoin. You never know. Ripple could give you their stablecoin as well later on when you're lending and borrowing on the XRP Ledger. Good evening, Miles and CMF. David, good to see you as well. How you doing? Can Ripple pay SEC? Can Ripple pay SEC and XRP? So knows XRP will go out after the settlement. Yes, Ripple can pay the SEC using XRP. That's only if the SEC accepts XRP. So if the SEC accepts XRP, then they can be paid in XRP. If the SEC wants US dollars, then Ripple has to pay in US dollars. It's just whatever the SEC wants when it comes to that payday, essentially, for the SEC. So they can't just randomly pay them in XRP. So the SEC has to approve the XRP transaction before they can receive it. So not relying on banks. Love Ripple, not as much as you, Miles. Let's go, Happy Pisces. Thank you for the kind words. Rumors, settlement this coming week, XRP. Yes, there are rumors, a lot of rumors, that the recent closed door meeting Ripple Labs had and another closed door meeting Ripple Labs is going to have on the 16th with the SEC as a possibility of a settlement. But we don't know. It's a rumor for now. In what? Sorry. What was the project? Wecan. WECAN. Yeah, that's the one. Nini, Wecan. That's the one. You just spelled it down in the comment section. That's funny. Most guys that want to date me look better when I zoom out. I say no when I zoom in. I mean, let's go, Happy Faces. Do you see the market doing similar patterns as 2021 down to summer and then go back up from there? Possibility, but it's very difficult. The market isn't following historic patterns. You can compare historic patterns if you still want to, but the market is not following into historic patterns because Bitcoin did all-time highs before its halving. So it's not following historic patterns because there's too many institutions. We have institutions in play, we have ETFs in play, ETPs in play, ETNs in play. We have regulations in play. We have more institutions joining in. We have more ETFs from around the world joining. So we can't really compare too much historic patterns to what's going on inside the market space. because whatever is happening now is very new to the crypto space and it never happened in the past. So trying to compare historic patterns to something that never happened is, it's actually not logical whatsoever, because we've never had these things in the past. We've never had ETFs and BlackRock and Goldman Sachs and Vanguard and JP Morgan and so on. We never had tokenizations from all these. We never had BlackRock tokenization funds and so on regarding Ethereum, or Onyx coin from JP Morgan that's used for institution purposes, or using AVAX on a subnet green for tokenization purposes from Citibank and so on. So we've never had all of these things in play. So trying to compare historic patterns, it's going to be quite difficult because we've never had these things in play in the past to compare this to now. So you can if you want to, but also I would use data. Instead of just looking at charts, I would also look at contracts. I would look at PDF documentations more than historic patterns. But keep the historic patterns in the back of your mind. But things that are happening right now inside the crypto space have never happened in the past regarding all these major financial institutions and playing ETFs and regulations, so on. Never happened in the past. So you want to keep, have a multitude of data towards you. So if you want to use historic patterns, go for it. But I would also say look at PDF documentations, look at contracts that are happening between major establishments and major established blockchain projects, essentially. I mean, today we even have news regarding, for example, Circle. I was going to go through with everyone, which I'll go through right now. So, for example, Circle partners with BlackRock to enable USDC transfers for digital liquidity fund shares. Now, what's interesting regarding BlackRock as well and Circle is something that most people didn't know about, which we'll go through as well. So, Circle partners with BlackRock to enable USDC transfers for digital liquidity fund shares. Now, BlackRock only accepted cash, okay, because of the agreement they had with the SEC regarding their ETFs and so on. But their fund right now, the BlackRock fund they have started, they're accepting stablecoins, USDC, from Circle. That's why they partnered with it. Now, it was inevitable for that to happen, and I'll tell you why. But look, the smart contract capability allows for the seamless exchange of build shares for USDC directly on secondary markets. Circle, the issuer of a widely used stablecoin USDC, has recently introduced a feature enabling the transfer of shares from the BlackRock USD institutional digital liquidity fund build into USDC. This smart contract capability allows for the seamless exchange of build shares for USDC directly on the secondary market. The company promises a near instant process for converting build into USDC, making this service available to investors around the clock. Build, which launched in March 2024, is a pioneering tokenized fund by BlackRock that exists on the Ethereum blockchain. It provides US dollars yields by tokenizing investments primarily in the US Treasury bills. As an ERC20 token, Build is a part of a new breed of digital liquidity funds that leverages blockchain for enhanced accessibilities and efficiencies. This initiative marks BlackRock's first foray into tokenized funds. Through the firm is already a significant player in cryptocurrency space. It operates the rapidly growing spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds ETF in the essentially ETFs approved by the US Securities and Exchange Commission as of April 10th. IBIT holds 266,580 BTC valued at approximately 18.5 billion US dollars. Now, this is what I wanted to tell you regarding Circle and BlackRock, of how deep their relationship essentially goes. And again, the reason why I'm sharing this news is because I wanted to share you this news because it's very recent, but also because it relates to the question of essentially we just had regarding, the marketplace and so on. And regarding comparing charts from 2021 to now and comparing historic patterns. And I said it's quite difficult to compare historic patterns when we have too many things in play we've never had before in history. So how are you going to compare historic patterns if we've never had back in those times BlackRock iBills and BlackRock EBITs and so on, and Goldman Sachs and Fidelity and JP Morgan Chase and tokenizations and data and regulations and ETFs and ETPs and ETNs. So we never had any of these things. So trying to compare historic patterns, but it's never happened in history to compare those historic patterns. So that's why I say stick to the PDF documentations instead. Now, also what's interesting regarding this Circle and BlackRock announcement, it's actually not fairly new. Now, it's new on the media recently. BlackRock partners with Circle, amazing, this and that. It's a new partnership. But is it really a new partnership? Because behind closed doors, apparently, Circle has already been partnered with BlackRock a long time ago. So Circle's co-founder, CEO Jeremy, commented on the broader implications of such technological investments in finance. Tokenizing assets is but one important dimension of solving investor pain points. USDC enables investors to move out of tokenized assets at speed, lowering cost and removing friction, is what he said, which I understand. It's a stablecoin and so on. I don't know about the fast part. I mean, it is, based on Ethereum, and the cost is not that great either. But going on further, this is what's interesting as well. A lot of people probably didn't know about at all. Is the collaboration between Circle and BlackRock is not really new. It's new right now because it's on the news, BlackRock and Circle, but it's really not new because it dates back to 2022. Back in 2022, when Circle began allocating parts of its USDC reserves to the Circle Reserve Fund managed by BlackRock advisors. BlackRock has been positioning itself with Circle since 2022. Back in 2022, BlackRock was positioning itself with Circle when they created a fund where BlackRock was the advisor and Circle was putting USDC inside of this fund and BlackRock was the advisor. They were positioning themselves back in 2022 for the market space they are in right now. And they've opened their doors right now regarding USDC and BlackRock new partnership announcement. But the fund goes back to 2022, which is absolutely, and the best part is, back in 2022, BlackRock said crypto assets are utter trash. Back in 2022, BlackRock was on the news multiple times talking about how cryptocurrencies in general, blockchain, there's nothing good about blockchain. Blockchain is used by criminals and so on and so on and so on. But back in 2022, they had a fund with USDC. They were preparing themselves with USDC for the announcement of 2024. So this fund, and the best part is what? This fund that was behind closed doors, a registered Rule 2A7 government money market fund. It was a government money market fund with USDC and BlackRock being the advisors back in 2022. Primarily invest in cash and short-dated U.S. Treasuries, maintaining a portfolio mix of 20% cash and 80% short duration of U.S. Treasuries. This partnership underscores a continued trend of integrating traditional financial assets with innovative cryptocurrency solutions, further bridging the gap between conventional finance and blockchain technology. Do you see how crazily, they manipulate the market? Do you see how they manipulate the market? BlackRock, for the longest time, back in 2022, was talking about how the crypto space is full of illicit activities. Who uses crypto? Only criminals use crypto, is what BlackRock was saying. Same thing JP Morgan was saying. And now look at both of them. And in 2022, they had that fund when they were talking bad about cryptocurrencies. They had a fund with Circle. And this is why I said, even back then, I was saying, because I'm inside the corporate sector, as I said multiple times, I'm inside the corporate sector. And I've always said, inside the corporate sector is 99% BS. Everybody inside the corporate sector is full of BS 99% of the time. That 1% truth is sometimes there, but 99% is complete BS. And they always told people you have time. You don't have time. I've been telling these people for a long time. You don't have time. These people have been preparing for a long time. Everything is a coordinated movement. BlackRock having an ETF, BlackRock having a tokenized fund that now they've announced Circle is our partner and we're going to be doing USDC stablecoins with our tokenized funds. What a surprise. They've been preparing since 2022. Everything inside the corporate space is a coordinated movement. Rumors, and it was a government fund by Circle and BlackRock. Rumors that 300 million fine and then settlement this week. What do you think? We have to see. Tomorrow is April 16th settlement talks then. Let's see. Tomorrow buy 3,000 XRP or wait to drop more and then buy. Go in little bits. Hi Miles, what have I missed? Hyper Sniper, good to see you. How you doing? The first news we went through was regarding XRP Ledger. They're going to be introducing lending and borrowing on the XRP Ledger, which means you can skip taxes on crypto if you borrow against your XRP. If you borrow against any asset in general, you don't pay taxes on debt. So you can skip crypto taxes when the XRP Ledger introduces lending and borrowing, which means you don't have to go to HSBC Bank anymore. That's the first news we went through on today's live show, and then we went through some other things, which we'll go towards the end. But that was the most important part at the beginning of the live show. But we'll at the end of the live show, just like always, we'll go through the gist of everything we talked about. But that was the first news we went through. Good to see you. How you doing? Do you use Bitstamp Pro or just Bitstamp? Because on Google Play it has two. The Bitstamp normal one is no. I used Bitstamp. I have both, to be honest, but Bitstamp normal sells it as well. No, Bitstamp Pro. Bitstamp Pro is what I bought it from. Will there definitely be a bull run, and where do you see BTC hitting? If so, yes, there's definitely going to be a bull run. I mean, there's so many institutions. The bull run is not finished, okay, in any sort of a way. The market collapse. I mean, look, the bull run is not finished in any sort of a way. We still have more institutions coming into play. BlackRock's fund, their ETF fund, went in the space of 3 months to $18.5 billion. $18.5 billion is where BlackRock is sitting at right now on their BTC ETF funds. And that's just BlackRock. Forget about Fidelity's, ETFs or Goldman. And just to put it in perspective, anybody telling you right now the market is done, forget about it, we're finished, it's over, just to put it in perspective, 3 days ago, BlackRock announced that they just added 5 more major institutions into their subsidiary to expand their ETFs and their tokenization projects. And those 5 other major institutions, one of them was Goldman Sachs, the same company that a few days ago said they're not interested in cryptocurrencies. We're nowhere near the end. We're nowhere near all this is finished, everybody go home and case closed. BlackRock just 3 days ago announced they've added 5 major institutions to expand their ETF market space. And that's just BlackRock. We still have Hong Kong ETFs coming, more Brazil ETFs, Japan ETFs, and China's going to be doing it for the province of Hong Kong. Singapore ETFs are coming, Dubai ETFs are coming. So many other countries are coming into the play with ETFs, not just for BTC, but for Ethereum and other ETFs. You think this is over? We're nowhere near the end. And that's just the ETF market space. We still have the tokenization market space, the data market space, the AI market space is still killing it. So there's so many market spaces still, and there's so many companies coming into the play, so many institutional companies coming into play. We're nowhere near the end. Obviously, we're going to go through pullbacks and corrections. The market never continues going up. If the market only continued going up, what's the point of the market? Everybody knows where it's going to go. Everybody just buys in, everybody just holds. The market's supposed to go up and down. It shakes out people every time it is down, every time it does it up. Every time it goes down, essentially, it goes bearish, the market goes bearish. A lot of people are shorting, which makes them money, but also people panic sell and jump out, which opens up positions for institutions this time around to jump in and pull the market back up again. The market's supposed to have pullbacks and ups and downs. So never think just because it went downwards, that's it, it's finished, this case closed, everybody go home. Look at the data, look at the PDF contracts, look at the contracts that are being made, look at the partnerships that are being made, look at the announcements that's being made, look at the expansion that's happening on the ecosystem. Nothing will happen 16th of June. Forget to remove the meeting from her schedule, something like that. Can't remember. Sell at USDC, BlackRock. I like USDC because I get 5% while my money is waiting to go back into the market. Let's go. Below, what was your question? Buy 3,000 XRP or wait? Dollar cost average it into it. I mean, it's cheap. XRP is cheap. I'll be very honest. I mean, if you're looking for 2 pence less, maybe 3 pence less, it'll probably go. I don't see XRP dropping down to 20 pence, for example. And 20 pence, I don't mean 20 cents. I mean 20 pence in terms of British pounds. I don't see XRP dropping down to 20 pence. If it does, then happy days for everyone. If XRP drops down to 20 pence, happy days. I'll be going head first and selling a kidney. I'll be selling my kidney and my lung, my car, my house, everything, if XRP goes to 20 pence. But it's never going to go to 20 pence. The max will probably go lower as a few pence. So it's still cheap. Why I go in little bit? If you have 1,000 to spend in XRP tomorrow, how much will you put in tomorrow, and how much wait for XRP drop more? No, go head first. Facts. Let's go, Ray. So just put everything in XRP tomorrow. Better, yeah, just for that maneuver. But yeah. Regarding BlackRock, I mean, they're doing it. They've been doing it since 2020. They've been positioning themselves. And even yesterday, everybody was too fixated on the war when you should have been fixated on the market. Obviously, everybody inside the CMF was fixated on the market, which was good. But there was a lot of people that obviously are not in the CMF, and they're fixated essentially on the war. The war was there for you to open up position. The war opened up position inside the market space for everybody to jump in. So you should have been focusing on the market. If you're a member of the CMS, obviously you know this, but if you're new, you're watching this live show, this war that just, sudden war that happened, opened up space and position inside the market space. If you were intelligent enough, you should have jumped in. Yes, I purchased some XRP today, XDC and XLM last evening. Let's go. Within a week, we will be having a green day, trust me. We'll be having a green day, trust me. Yep. I believe the market will pump next week due to BTC ETFs in Asia. Yep, we're going to be having a BTC ETFs and ETH ETFs coming out of Hong Kong first before we have ETH ETFs inside the United States, apparently, which is the interesting part. Hong Kong is spearheading for ETFs, not for BTC, but not only for BTC, but also for Ethereum ETFs. We're going to have that in Hong Kong first before we have it in the US, interesting enough. Okay, brother, let's go below. Did I skip anybody's question? No, we can. There we go. Okay, so third news to go through on today's live show. Explain why ETFs are good. Okay. The reason why, before I read the, I'll answer the question before I read the news. Very exciting. Let's go below. Before I read this news, I'll answer Scott's question. So Scott's question is explain why ETFs are good. The reason why ETFs are good is because it connects traditional financial market space to the digital market space, essentially. Traditional financial market space enters digital market space when we have ETFs. People from Wall Street and people from the London Stock Exchange, or people from Hong Kong Stock Exchange, or Singapore Stock Exchange, or any other jurisdiction stock exchange, essentially, they don't like the complexities that comes with cryptocurrencies. The idea of learning blockchain and then getting yourself a wallet, understanding how to use a wallet, and using an exchange that isn't regulated, it just doesn't connect with these people in any sort of a way. If you're inside of Wall Street, or for example inside of London Stock Exchange, the idea of using an unregulated exchange does not fathom whatsoever inside of their brain cells. The idea of using an unregulated exchange, they won't even touch it at all. And even though we have some regulated exchanges, they still won't touch it. But the idea of buying an ETF from BlackRock, they will do it because they have trust in BlackRock. They trust BlackRock. They trust Fidelity. People from Wall Street, people from the London Stock Exchange, people that are inside of traditional finance that have a lot of money, they trust these platforms. They trust BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, Fidelity, Vanguard, and the rest of them. They trust all of them. But they don't trust Binance, they don't trust Coinbase, they don't trust Bitstamp, they don't trust MEX, they don't trust any of these exchanges. It doesn't matter if they have regulations or not, they don't trust a single one of them. And the idea of them, getting a wallet, understanding what a wallet is, keeping their assets safe, maybe it becomes compromised, maybe the exchange becomes compromised, maybe they get hacked, maybe they get scammed. All of this, they say, no, I don't want to touch crypto. But when BlackRock goes, hey, buy an ETF, we will handle the rest. They go, no problem. Now we can be inside of the game. It's in a regulated market space because it's BlackRock, and no headache, no hacks, no compromisations, no exchanges going insolvency, no bankruptcy, nothing. Just buy an ETF and put it to the side. That's it. That's why the idea of traditional finance has a lot more money than digital finance. A lot more money, traditional finance. And the entire part about blockchain is connecting, essentially, traditional finance to the digital finance. It's about bringing that money from traditional finance to digital finance. But that traditional money is not going to be coming in through Binance or Coinbase or any other exchange out there. That traditional money is going to be coming in essentially mostly through BlackRock, Fidelity, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Vanguard, and so on. So that's why it's good, because it brings a lot of money to the crypto space. It brings a lot of adoption to the crypto space. And if you're in the right projects, the legitimate projects, not Pepe's cousin or Pepe's granddad or so on and so on. No, But if you're inside of Bitcoin, if you're inside of Ethereum, if you're inside of XRP, if you're inside of XLM, or if you're inside of Cardano, if you're inside of AVAX, because AVAX has two side chains, Citibank is using one of them, Citigroup is using one of them, and so is JP Morgan. They're using AVAX on a subnet green. So if you're inside of legitimate projects, legitimate money is about to be entering inside the market space, and it's about to be going towards legitimate projects. So you enter here in these legitimate projects, and that money from these traditional finance people comes on top of your money in the most simplest way. So you make a good amount of money, a good amount of money, a great amount of money. So that's the benefits of an ETF. It connects the traditional finance to the digital finance, and it brings all of that money into the digital world, which is what we want. We want all of that money inside of this crypto. And ETFs open up that gate, that doorway. That's why it's good. Thoughts on Black Swan capitalist Guy Edu it constantly is posting about XRP healthcare. Is it now a legitimate project? Can you check it again? XRP healthcare is not a legitimate project. I'm sorry to say, but the idea of in my opinion, XRP healthcare is not a real project, at all. First of all, XRP healthcare pretends it works with partners. They don't. They said they work with at the NHS. The NHS has never heard of XRP healthcare, first of all. Second of all, why do I need XRP healthcare to purchase medicine? Why can't I just use XRP to buy medicine? You see, there's no logic behind XRP healthcare in any sort of a way. They're saying buy XRP healthcare and you're inside the medical game and medicine and so on. But what's stopping me from just using XRP to buy medicine? Why do I need to buy XRP healthcare to buy medicine in any sort of a way? So the idea about the project is just utterly moronic. The idea of XRP healthcare is just absolutely utterly moronic. Because what's stopping me just using XRP? Why do I need to buy XRP healthcare? And the other concept of their partnerships, some of them are not even real partnerships. They pretended to work with the NHS, which is not good. It's not a good look. When you lie and you say you work with people, you don't. So personally, I wouldn't touch I wouldn't touch XRP healthcare with a 10-foot pole. I would never touch XRP healthcare with a 10-foot pole, personally. XRP, yes, I would go for XRP. XRP healthcare, no. What's the point? Their partners don't match, and the project concept is just utterly moronic. And I said this to you before. I've said this to you multiple times as well. And I want everyone to understand this. If there is any project out there and it starts with the cryptocurrency itself and it's with something else. So, for example, if we have another project come out, XRP vehicles or XRP real estate, it's a scam. It's just utter trash. If we have BTC healthcare, it's a scam. BTC fast food, it's a scam. BTC cars, it's a scam. That should be a first indication it's a scam. Anything that has the name of the original crypto project attached to it, 99% of the times, scam. The only ones that are not is ETC, the one that's still an Ethereum Classic. It's not a scam, but it's not doing anything. And there's the other one as well. Actually, no, it's just Ethereum Classic. That's it. That's the only one. Ethereum Classic is the only one that you could say it's some sort of legitimacy to it. Anything else, scam. BlackRock. So yeah, there's no point of using XRP healthcare. I could just use XRP. And their partnerships are lies. Not all, but the ones that matter. BlackRock or Wall Street, basically. Warren Buffett is old money. Now we are new money. Crypto is the future. Let's go, Hyper Sniper. Miles, you explain everything very good and simple to understand. Let's go, Messi. Evening, Pure, good to see you as well. How you doing? Miles, do you not think holding XRP comes with an opportunity cost? Miles, do you not think holding XRP comes with opportunity cost? Elaborate. Max, elaborate on your question. Just elaborate a little bit on your question in regards to what? Miles, do you not think holding XRP comes with opportunity cost? Just elaborate on your question. And that's launching a coin. It's like launching a coin called XRP Groceries. Exactly. That's how stupid it sounds. XRP Healthcare. Why would I need XRP Healthcare to buy medicine? I could just use XRP. Or in terms of anything medical. You know, if I want to buy an X-ray, for example, if I want to buy an X-ray machine, I could just use XRP to buy an X-ray machine. Why would I need to use XRP Healthcare to buy an X-ray machine when I could use XRP? Anything to do with medicine, anything to do with the medical side. Why would I need XRP Healthcare when I could use XRP? There's no logic behind the project in any sort of a way. But yeah, facts. It's like what Happy Pisces said. It's like launching a coin called XRP Groceries. I'm surprised they're just using, they're piggy riding. They're piggy riding on the word XRP because they know XRP has the XRP army, and the XRP army are, very strong army that sticks together. They're piggyback riding of the title XRP. I'm surprised that Black Swan Capitalist, either Frono, would support this. I thought this guy was legit. It makes me now question Black Swan Capitalist now. XRP pizzas. Do you see how stupid it sounds? XRP healthcare, XRP pizzas, XRP car insurance. Like, come on. I'll eat an XRP pizza. Let's go, Sample. Hi, Miles and family. Good to see you as well. How you doing, Mike? Thanks again, Miles. No problem, Harry. Anytime. I don't know who the person is. I don't know who the person is regarding XRP healthcare person. All I know is the project. And to me, it just doesn't make any sense. I've never met the person who owns XRP. I don't even know. I mean, not XRP. I've never met the person who owns XRP Healthcare. I don't know who he is, the person that owns XRP Healthcare. But all I know is the XRP Healthcare project, and the project makes zero sense. And they're just piggyback riding of the title XRP and using the XRP army to their advantage of brainwashing people for transactions. Now, persistent inflation and upcoming I'm starting XRP CAF, buy your coffee. Let's go, Messi. Hi, Miles. What I mean by the opportunity cost is that a lot of other legit coins have outperformed XRP and their BTC pair. Just thinking, making profits elsewhere and perhaps going into XRP after, which is, fair point, Max. Very fair point. Regarding, now I understand fully of what your question was meant, the cost of holding XRP while other projects are doing something else. Now, obviously, you're not supposed to only hold one project. You're supposed to hold a diversification depending on your budget. Diversifying your portfolio is always dependent on budget, which nobody ever talks about. So, you've always got to look at your budget and see how far you can diversify your portfolio. Now, regarding going for other projects, why not? You should actually look into multiple projects and not just go for one. Now, there are people that are only going for one project, and I'm guessing they've done max research and only going for one project. Now, regards to the second part of your question, you could just be thinking of making profits somewhere else. So you can make your profits somewhere else and go for XRP later, for example. Yes, a while ago you could have done that. Now I would say bad idea. Okay, long time ago, if you wanted to go somewhere else, if you wanted to go inside the meme coin space and make some money back in COVID times on meme coins, sure. If you want to make some money in the AI space, sure, because the narrative already passed. The narrative for the metaverse already passed. The narrative for the narratives for the meme coins passed, and it came again. The narratives for the NFT market space passed. The narratives for the AI space passed, it's coming back slowly again. The narratives for the metaverse space passed, but it's also coming back slowly again. The narratives for the gaming space passed, but it's also coming back again. But the narratives for finance hasn't came yet, and it's just came now. The market space we are in right now, the narrative of the market space is finance. It's banks and institutions for the first time ever. Now, in the market space, the narrative we are in now, which projects are in the narrative now? Ripple, XDC, ACH, XLM, Bitcoin because of the ETFs, Ethereum because of the ETFs, and it has smart contracts, for example, Onyx Coin regarding JP Morgan and institutional contracts they have going on, and AVAX as well. But the narrative we are in right now is highly relatable to Ripple, because Ripple is all about regulations, banks, and institutions, which is the market space we are in now for the first time ever. For the first time ever, we are in the market space of institutions, banks, and regulations. The amount of banks that have came out right now and got their licenses is absolutely crazy. Just a few days ago, we had Germany. Two major banks in Germany, one of these major banks in Germany just got multiple licenses to be able to do crypto trading services, to be able to hold cryptocurrencies, to be able to lend cryptocurrencies and borrow again. HSBC is going into lending and borrowing as well. But there's so many other things happening in the banking world right now that have never happened before. But the market narrative essentially is banks, regulations, and institutions, which is Ripple's entire client base. Everything happens on a coordinated time frame inside the market space. Everything. And I've used the analogy before that there's a reason why the Bitcoin ETFs weren't approved last year. There's a reason why the Bitcoin ETFs weren't approved last year, because it made no sense to approve Bitcoin ETFs last year. The reason why the Bitcoin ETFs were approved in January, you could say by force, because the courts twisted Ripple's arms, but the courts twisted Ripple's hands in 2023. But Ripple, I said not Ripple. The courts twisted the SEC's hands in 2023, and then in 2024, in January, they approved it. And the same man, Mr. Gary Gensler, who kept on saying no, 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 the Bitcoin ETFs, was the same man who voted yes to Bitcoin ETFs in January. Why was BTC ETFs approved in January? Because if you go a little bit forward, it's the BTC halving. What does the BTC halving need to do a successful run? Supply and demand. Who's going to provide the supply and demand? Institutions. Where from? The BTC ETFs. Everything happens inside the market space because it's coordinated to happen. It made no reason, for example, as I said, to approve BTC ETFs last year. Why would they approve it last year? There's nothing going on. But it makes sense for them to drag it until January, because the courts approved it in 2023. They could have given a yes to 2023, but they didn't. They waited until January, and then they green-lighted it. And if we go a little bit forward, BTC halving. What does BTC halving need? Supply and demand. Everything happens on a coordinated time frame. Everything that's happening is coordinated. As I just said to you, just today I was reading the news to you, how BlackRock, the same company in 2022, was telling people cryptocurrencies is bad. 2022, BlackRock and JP Morgan were telling everybody cryptocurrencies is bad, cryptocurrencies used by illicit activities, cryptocurrencies used to damage the world. In 2022 is what they were saying. In 2022, Circle had a fund with BlackRock. BlackRock advisors created a fund for USDC Circle. At the same time, when they were coming on the news and saying to people, oh, cryptocurrencies is bad, nobody should use cryptocurrencies, it's used for illicit activities. And they were preparing themselves for 2024, which now they announced Circle and BlackRock are partnered. But this fund goes back to 2022. Everything inside the corporate sector is essentially coordinated to happen. Every single thing that happens in this world is pretty much coordinated to happen, involving money. So I'll tell you right now, in the past, if you wanted to do that, regarding XRP and go for the AI section, go for the gaming section, go for the meme coin section, go for the metaverse section, sure. Now I'm telling you, the tables have turned. The tables have genuinely turned. There's a reason why the case is coming to an end this year. There's a reason why Ripple announced comfortably they're coming out with a stable coin this year. There's a reason why they're making major announcements on the XRP Ledger. There's a reason why they're coming out with a major event in Amsterdam, which is the biggest event for the XRP Ledger Ripple has ever thrown. Just to give you a perspective, okay, just to genuinely give you a perspective of who's attending this major Ripple event, okay, just to give you a perspective. So the companies that are attending, okay, this major event the XRP Ledger is throwing. There's a reason everything's happening, okay? The XRP Ledger Ripple is throwing the biggest XRP Ledger event in June, okay? And this is the people contributing to this, essentially this event. Amazon, AWS is going to be there. So many VC companies. Flow is going to be, JST is going to be there. Orchestra's Finance is going to be there. SBI Holdings is going to be there. And I mean, the list just goes on. The UK Center of Blockchain is going to be there. Members from government members from the UK are going to be there. Government members from Germany, from France, from Hong Kong, from Switzerland, from Japan, from Dubai. Every single person, you name it, is going to be at this event. It's the biggest event they are ever throwing for the XRP Ledger. Ripple's throwing for the XRP Ledger. And just to put it in perspective, okay, there's going to be 70 plus speakers. Okay, 70 plus speakers. And these are all head professionals. Okay, they're either massive XRP Ledger developers. They're going to be coming out with what they're going to be releasing on the XRP Ledger, all related to finance. And they said it's going to be the biggest finance, essentially, outcome there. And I mean, look, hosted by Ripple XRP Ledger Apex is the official global community summit that unites developers, innovators, businesses, and investors who are building the future of finance on the XRP Ledger blockchain. It's the biggest event Ripple's ever going to be throwing, and they're throwing it this year. They're throwing it the same year that is the narrative of banks, institutions, and regulations. It's the same year Ripple case is going to come to an end. It's the same year Ripple comfortably announced they're coming out with a stablecoin. Everything is a coordinated movement. So in the past, I would have said, sure, if you want to go for something else and come back to it, why not? Now, I wouldn't say that. I definitely wouldn't say that. I'll say keep your eyes on XRP and don't blink. I'm starting XRP Bitcoin Cash. That's the other one, yes. And there's Ethereum Classic and Bitcoin Cash. Other than that, everything else is pretty much done for. Do you know of Black Swan Capitalists? Nope. Surprised how many people are saying XRP? Thought they were more schooled in holding on to this diamond in the rough. What happens to the Black Swan Capitalists? I don't know. Miles, I spoke with a political man from Parliament of Morocco. He says that he don't see CBDCs in the next 5 years, maybe after, because Morocco doing everything with cash and paper, nothing is digital and very chaotic. You ask the worst people, politicians. Politicians are the worst kind of people to ask anything of. First of all, politicians, the majority of politicians are not put in the loop, and the majority of politicians hate CBDCs because the majority of politicians accept donations, and that's why you see a lot of politicians. There's a reason why you see a lot of politicians coming out and saying no to CBDCs. We care about the people's privacy. There's a reason why there's a lot of politicians all of a sudden coming out and saying we care about the people's privacy. And I've said this multiple times, politicians don't care about the people's privacy. The only reason they're saying we care about people's privacy is because CBDCs is going to be their wages as well, which means no more political donations for these politicians when they go on CBDC wages. So, as I said multiple times, I mean, you ask the worst kind of people, which is politicians. They don't like the idea of CBDCs. Of course, they would discourage CBDCs. But the people you should be only asking about CBDCs are essentially bank executives, essentially, or members of the Bank of International Settlements, or the International Monetary Fund, or the World Economic Forum are the only people you should be asking regarding CBDCs, not politicians, by far. Politicians are disposable members. So I'm new to crypto, and I'm learning that the hottest is base system. You think I can 10x my 25k portfolio on base, or is there any recommendations? Okay, the hottest system that is coming up. I mean, a lot of people are talking about base, and it is on it is on Coinbase's network, and Coinbase is going to become massive. There's no doubt about it. Okay, Coinbase is going to become a massive platform. I've said this in 2023, and I'll say it over again in 2024. It's going to become a massive platform. One, why? Because it's an American institution. Because it's an American institution is going to do incredibly well worldwide. Two, because it's backed by BlackRock. Okay, BlackRock is using a subsidiary, which is even better for Coinbase. And this whole case with the SEC is going to go away completely. If BlackRock says to the SEC, shut it down, the SEC will shut it down in 5 seconds. They're not going to be going after Coinbase for too long. But everything happens for a reason inside the corporate sector. Now, regarding Base, it is the hottest new system around, the hottest new ecosystem around because of Coinbase. And it's going to become a massive ecosystem as time goes by. It will definitely become a massive ecosystem. There's no doubt about it. Regarding 10x in your portfolio, it depends on what crypto projects you go for, because it's quite a vague question. There's a lot of projects on Base. Preferably, you want to be choosing legitimate projects. You don't want to be really risking it in any sort of way. If you risk it too much, then you're not going to 10x your portfolio. Most likely, you 0x your portfolio and go to zero. So, depends on the projects you go for on Base network, but you can also do, on other ecosystems as well. But it does depend on which projects you go for on Base network, and it is going to become a massive ecosystem. Do you know what other blockchain is going to actually become a massive ecosystem as well, which I've talked about multiple times? Another platform that's going to become a massive ecosystem, without a doubt, is going to be Ton. Ton is going to be a massive ecosystem. And just to put it in perspective, again, this is from Ton. Ton already is a partner of Telegram, and Telegram has roughly 1 billion users. Okay, and Ton is their official partner for a long time now, and they're building on the Ton ecosystem, and Ton is climbing that ladder. If you go on CMC and look at where Ton is sitting right now, it's doing better than the majority of legitimate projects. Ton is sitting around 9th, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just see 1 second. Ton was sitting around 9th. It was over Adder and AVAX. When I was speaking about Ton, it was nowhere near those essentially categories is in right now. So yeah, Ton is sitting at 8th place. 8th place, okay? Ton is above Adder, it's above AVAX, it's above DOT, it's above Chainlink, it's above NEAR, it's above ICP, it's above anything you can name of. Ton is higher than all of them. Okay, Ton is going to become a massive ecosystem as well. And I said this a very long time ago regarding Ton, when they partnered with Telegram day one, and when they were introduced into the market space day one. And now I'm going to be telling you about what Ton is doing right now. Ton ecosystem gets a boost with Hashkey Group partnership today was announced. The Ton Foundation and Hashkey Group have joined forces in a strategic partnership designed to propel the Ton ecosystem to new heights. This collaboration builds upon the success of their previous bootcamp program and signifies essentially a major step for Web3 developments, empowering the next generation of Ton builders. A core focus of the partnership is fostering a supportive environment for nascent Ton projects. By combining Ton Foundation's experience with Hashkey Group's resources, a comprehensive support system will be established. This system will provide crucial guidance, mentorship, and potential fundings for developers and entrepreneurs within a particular emphasis on those in the Asia-Pacific region because it's based out of Hong Kong. This partnership empowers us to offer even greater support to Ton's independent and thriving communities within APAC. Stated Stephen Yon, president of Ton Foundation, we anticipate a surge of creation of next-generation Ton mini apps, spearheaded by local teams already achieving significant traction, enhancing user experience in the APAC region. Another key objective is to streamline the user experience. For wallet users in the Asia-Pacific region, the partnership will focus on simplifying the conversion of traditional currency into cryptocurrencies and vice versa, facilitating a smoother integration of digital assets into everyday life. Dedicated on-ramps and off-ramps will be implemented to achieve this goal. Hong Kong, a launchpad for global expansion, This partnership will initially target the Hong Kong market with strict adherence to all local regulations. Success in Hong Kong is expected to pave the way for expansion into other regions. ultimately aiming to deliver accessible and decentralized financial services on a global scale, fueling the Web3 reassurance in Hong Kong. This collaboration marks a significant step towards this widespread adoption of Web3 technologies, recognizing Hong Kong's burgeoning status as a Web3 hub. TON is committed to empowering local innovators to build on the TON blockchain. This partnership seeks to ignite a Web3 reassurance in Hong Kong by fostering innovation, simplifying access to digital assets, and supporting promising projects within the TON ecosystem. This, in turn, the potential to trigger substantial advancements in the blockchain and cryptocurrency ecosystem. Massive. TON is going to be absolutely crazily massive, and it's sitting at number 8 right now, and nobody's talking about it. I've been talking about TON when TON launched. I talked about TON when they partnered with Telegram, and now I'm telling you about TON that's essentially partnered today with Hashkey Group, and it's sitting at number 8. TON is above AVAX, is above Cardano, is above NEAR, it's above anything you can picture on the CMC chart right now. TON is above all of them, and nobody's looking at TON. TON will do crazy figures. Over time, it will do absolutely ridiculous. It's crazy. Look, just to give you Adder is sitting at 10th place. AVAX is sitting at 11th place. DOT is sitting at 14th. Chainlink is sitting at 16th. Matic is at 17th. NEAR is at 18th. ICP is at 19th. Uniswap is at 23rd. Stacks, 25th. Render is sitting at 31st. Crow sitting at 30. File, which is X. These are all great projects. Sitting at 32 is File. Atom, amazing project, sitting at 33. XLM, amazing project, sitting at 35. ARB, good as well, 36 is sitting at. CAS sitting at 41. HBAR sitting at 40. Graph, amazing project again, sitting at 40, sitting at 45. Just to put in perspective, OP is the underlying project for Base. Base is built upon OP. Okay, so the Base network, and again, Base is going to become absolutely amazing as well. It's going to become an absolutely amazing chain as well, and a great place to build on, without a doubt. But Base is built upon the OP network, and OP is sitting at number 45, and TON is sitting at number 8. Number 8, TON is sitting at. It's above everything. So TON definitely needs to be looked into, because it's going to do absolutely ridiculous figure points at one point. And now that it's established itself in the Asian market with the Hash Group partner, massive. Absolutely crazy. But Base would do absolutely amazing as well. But you want to look into TON as well. Geez, I love that kind of talk. Let's go vibe. So don't go in other projects to make a profit there and invest after an XRP. Just focus on XRP for now. Essentially, yes. And the same year they released from escrow account. Yep. Are you going to XRP event in Amsterdam? I'm trying to. Tron, a rival of XRP, because they do also payments, etc. Yeah, I mean, XRP has a lot of rivals. XRP is, I think some people are confusing it with Tron. Oh, not Tron, Ton. Not Tron. Okay? Not Tron, Ton. T-O-N. 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 Not Tron. Happy Pisces, thank you for that. If you go on CMC, TON is sitting at number 8. Okay? TON. Not Tron. TON. Thank you. No problem, Abdul. Where can I buy? Where can one buy TON, and how much is it? TON is sitting at the price point of each token £5.43. In dollars, it's $6.76. When TON started out, just to put in perspective, when day one I announced TON to everybody inside the CMF, when I announced TON to everybody inside the CMF, it was sitting around 39 cents. It was around 39 cents when I announced it to the CMF. And now TON is sitting around $7.60. Now it's sitting around $6.76. $6.76 is where it's sitting at right now. And it's on every, regarding where to go for TON, everywhere pretty much sells TON, except, okay, I'll tell you where it sells it exactly. So TON is on OKX exchange, Bybit, KuCoin, Gate.io, HTX. You can buy it from PancakeSwap, you can buy it from Uniswap, you can buy it from Bitfinex, you can buy it from MEXC. I got mine from MEXC. You can buy it from Bitmart, you can buy it from, these are the only legitimate places you go from. But yeah, it's mostly, Asian exchanges. And it went from 39 cents to $6.76 just by being on Asian exchanges. Imagine when it gets listed on Binance. It's going to go absolutely crazy. But yeah, I got mine from MEXC. I purchased it on Uniswap last week. Let's go, Scott. Which is better to hold? Which is better to hold, TON or Quant, do you think? Which is better to hold, TON or Quant? Quant hasn't done anything. And there's also misinformation around Quant as well. It's on Uphold as well. It's on Uphold as well. Thank you for that, Bone. No, I've day one I brought it mostly just MEXC, and still MEXC I'm buying it from. But good to know Uphold has it as well. Thank you for that, Bone. But Quant, let's see where it's sitting at right now. QNT. Also, there is misinformation around Quant as well, which I've explained before. Okay, Quant is sitting around 73. It's sitting at £84. It's sitting at number 73. Jesus. And the misinformation around Quant is that it's going to be used in some sort of amazing fashion and is partnered with the Bank of England. Quant is not a partner of the Bank of England at all. Quant was never a partner of the Bank of England at all. It was a free participation. That's the biggest misinformation around Quant. A lot of people still, till this day, believe Quant is partnered with the Bank of England, and it isn't. The Bank of England one day said, we're doing a Rosalind project, who wants to participate? Quant said, can we participate for free? Bank of England said, sure, everybody's welcome. The news and all the crypto influencers back then ran with the news of Quant partnered with the Bank of England, and it never was. It was one project, and it was a free participation. Anybody could have participated, and a lot of projects did. But everybody fixated on Quant and assumed they're partners now. A participation and a partnership are two different things, especially when it's a free participation. Now, saying that, Quant has genuine partnerships as well. I mean, they have Okoro, which is partnered with half the blockchain space. They have an Italian financial company, which has a lot of money to play around with, and some other partnerships. But the biggest one they had essentially was a centralized bank, which is the Bank of England, and it's not a partnership. It never was. And also, the idea that it was going to be used to connect everybody together is also quite false, because the International Monetary Fund is doing that. Again, I'm not saying it's a useless project. I hold Quant as well. But there are some misinformation around that you should know about it. As in, I would say TON is better in that aspects. Now, you could say token supply of, Quant is very, very low. The token supply is so low, it's a good buying opportunity, and Quant can go to the moon. Because the token supply is low, which isn't a great argument, because there's a lot of projects that have low token supplies and they're absolutely utter trash. So the token supply isn't really the issue. It's about, is it going to be used, is the bigger question. Because there are projects that have lower token supplies than quant, and they're sitting at the bottom of the list. So it's not really the token. And I've said to you this before. It's not about, obviously your token supply shouldn't be quadrillion or trillion token supply. Obviously not. Billions is more than enough. But as I said before, it's not about who's the fastest, who's the cheapest. It's not about who's the fastest, who's the cheapest, which one's old, which one's the new project, and so on and so on. It's about partnerships. Who's got the better partnerships? Who's got the most amount of partnerships? Who's got the institutional partnerships? Is the only thing that matters. Because there could be a project there which is fast, cheap, reliable, low token supply inside the crypto sector, and there could be a project there like Ethereum, for example, which is slow and expensive. And Ethereum is being used by JP Morgan and BlackRock, and Ethereum is slow and expensive to use. And it becomes slower and more expensive to use the more people use it. And then you have other projects in the crypto space that are fast and secure and cheap, and nobody's using them. So it's not about who's the fastest, who's the cheapest, or who's got the lowest amount of token supply, obviously keeping within max the billions. It's about who's working with who is partnered with who. So I would go for Ton. I hold both of them, but I would say Ton is doing more in the movements. It's on Opal as well. Let's go. Bob. Ton is a long-term hold, or do you see it doing at least 10x by the end of 2025? I see it doing quite well for itself by the end of 2025, and I do see it as a long-term hold as well. I do think it's going to play massively inside of Telegram's ecosystem, and it's also inside the Asian markets. Now, there are some updates going on right now on Telegram's ecosystem. So regarding Telegram, there's some updates going on regarding Ton and Telegram's ecosystem. So people might have some issues or difficulties right now using Ton on Telegram's ecosystem, but that's only because Telegram is doing some major upgrades on their ecosystem to integrate Ton better. So they're still going back and forward on testing and so on. I mean, the partnership was a long time ago, but they have released the wallets and they tried to fix the bugs and so on. And it's a massive deal that they're doing essentially. But if you experience some issues with Ton and Telegram, it's only because they're doing upgrades. So be patient on it if you are using it. I'm not using my Ton, I'm just holding my Ton. Mouse, can you please list all the different coins on Telegram which have utility values in AI, gaming, finance, etc.? Sure, no problem. I'll list it inside the Telegram group. I tried to move Ton to Tangem, but it says Ton Coin Network suspended. It's probably because Tangem doesn't support Ton. Try a different wallet. Ton has 2 billion coins still not in circulation. Over time, it will release it, but you won't feel it if the volume is there. Always remember that. If the volume is there, you won't feel the transactions. I'll give it to you like this. When Ripple releases XRP, in a very simple form, when Ripple releases XRP at the end of every month, pretty much at the beginning of every month, Ripple releases XRP. What happens at the end of every month when Ripple releases XRP at the beginning of the month? Ripple starts to pump. XRP starts to pump. XRP always pumps at the end of the month because at the beginning of the month, new XRP is going to be released. So if you balance out the releases from the total supply into the circulating supply, you won't feel it. The volume will always there. XRP always pumps the moment new XRP is about to be released at the beginning of every month. It pumps at the end of each month. Slightly, not pumps crazy, but it pumps slightly. So it balances out the XRP coming out at the beginning of the month. And you can easily do that with any project. They're not going to drop 2 billion on people overnight. They're going to bring it out 100 million at a time, 50 million at a time, 10 million at a time. Thank you, Miles. No problem, Dennis. Anytime. Long-term holds and sensible tokens on Telegram. No problem. Thanks. No problem, Vishnu. Anytime. I know the attack from Iran was all planned by the US because Israel wants revenge, but US, UK, France didn't allow Israel to attack back. Yep. True. Yeah, the scenario with Iran was also planned. If you think about it very easily, with the Iran situation and the Israel situation and the Palestine situation. Where did it all start from? Wasn't, going back in history and so on. Obviously they were preparing, but it wasn't because of that. It was the exact day. All of this, all of Israel versus Palestine, and then Iran versus Israel, all of this started from the exact day Biden decided to do prisoner swaps with Iran. And I talked about this previously as well, a while ago, long time ago. I talked about it regarding Biden doing prisoner swaps with Iran, and then Biden deciding, Sleepy Joe, deciding to put extra money on top of the prisoner swaps and give it to Iran. And then about 7 days exactly after that, after Biden, for no apparent reason, because Iran was giving a prisoner, the US was giving a prisoner. So it was 1-for-1 prisoners. But then Biden decided to put extra money on top and just hand it over to Iran as well. Now, they did it through an Iraq bank, essentially a Kuwait bank or Bahrain bank, but they just handed extra money to them as well, on top of prisoner 1-to-1 swaps. And exactly 7 days after that, we had the Palestine and Israel situation, which escalated to now Iran doing this. And they give this money to Iran on the prisoner swaps. Biden gave this money to Iran on the prisoner swaps. Who was funding the war in Palestine? Iran. 7 days after Iran received that money from Biden, everything started. Everything is coordinated in this world. You are just an audience. So, regarding, I knew the attack from Iran was all planned by the US because Israel wants revenge, but the US and France didn't allow. I talked about this regarding, allowed Israel to attack back. I talked about this a while ago when we talked about the prisoner swaps, and I said Biden put money on top and just gave it to Iran for no apparent reason because it was a 1-to-1 prison swap. Why are you putting money on top? But that money on top, 7 days later, escalated to Iran funding Palestine war. And then escalated to now Iran doing this, which Israel did that, and then Iran did this. But all of this started 7 days after Iran received extra money from the US for no apparent reason. Everything is coordinated. When it involves money in this world, anything that involves money in this world, it's coordinated to happen. Miles, you said you were going to list long-term holds and short-term holds on Telegram. Yes, I'm going to do that as well. Let me write it down. 1 second. I can't write on this because I got to take that to the bank. Let me write it on my notebook. You can write it. Yeah, we'll write it in. It's okay. Telegram. So, long-term and short-terms. Long-term. This is annoying me. Where's my... Perfect. Okay. So, things I've got to do on the Telegram group. By the way, if anybody's watching this live show for the first time ever, welcome to the CMF live show, where we talk about how the world is evolving into a digital space. We talk about politics, we talk about blockchain, we talk about CBDCs, and about what's happening around the world as well regarding the war scenario. And I always say everybody's entitled to an opinion, but opinions are not correct and facts are facts. So we do tend to stick to the facts and PDF documentations on anything we do say. And if you're watching this live show for the first time, you're enjoying this live show as well, drop a follow, drop a like. I do this live show every single night at this exact same time you're watching me. Right now, we are live on X, and we are live also on YouTube. So if you enjoy this live show, drop a follow, drop a like. And don't worry, everything I provide is completely free of source. I don't charge any money. I believe education needs to remain free. So I don't charge any money whatsoever. I have my own money, and education needs to be free. And also, we do have a Telegram group as well. If anybody wants to join, also free as well, with amazing people from all around the world. Everybody's an adult, so it's a great place to be in. It's not a toxic environment whatsoever. Everybody's very respectful. Everybody's from different backgrounds, different jobs in the world, and everybody's just helping each other out inside the CMF Telegram group as well. Especially if you're new to the blockchain space, amazing place to be in as well. So join the Telegram group as well. The Telegram link is in my X profile. The Telegram link is inside my X profile. So yeah, join that as well. But if you're enjoying this live, drop a follow, drop a like, and tune in every single night. And the members of the CMF are also inside the comment section as well. You can communicate with them as well. And if you're wondering who am I and why am I providing, why am I answering people's questions? What right do I have to answer people's questions in any sort of a way? I have a background in business, finance, tech, law, and cybersecurity. I also run a blockchain startup company called CoinMove.one. It's #1 listed on Google under CoinMove, not because of ads, but because it's #1 listed on Google, CoinMove. I also have many members around me, friends and acquaintances, people like from the people that started the Graph projects, or essentially acquaintances and friends. I have members from Binance executives around me, executives from EXE, and many other executives around the world as well around me inside the blockchain space. A lot of developers around me inside the blockchain space as well. So I am quite inside of this space a lot, on a 24/7 basis. So that's my background. And if you enjoy this live show, drop a like, and tune in every single night. Since you're going to the bank tomorrow, run it past your business manager. Run it past your business manager. Since you're going to the bank tomorrow, run it past your business manager. Okay, now regarding one second, before we get to that. Okay, regarding short-term and long-term holds. So short-term, long-term holds is what I'm going to be putting on Telegram, short-term and long-term holds. And I've also got to update my portfolio because I have moved around some projects in my portfolio. So upload updated portfolio for my projects. Short-term, long-term updated portfolios. Telegram ecosystem you wanted to know about. Telegram ecosystem because of Ton. Telegram ecosystem. Telegram projects that you wanted to know about. Okay, Telegram projects. I'll take a look into them, see what they are. The only one that piques my interest is just TON. The rest of the ecosystem I'm not really sure about, but TON is doing quite well. Yeah, those are the ones you want to know about. And some PDFs are still going to release as well. PDFs I've still got to release on TikTok. I haven't forgotten about. That is also my notes, but I put on my notes again. Put the pen back in the holder. So, if Iran wanted to do some damage to Israel, they could have easily, but it was just for show. It was just for show. Also, Miles, my idea of CM hedge fund, can you please look into it? Yes, I'm looking into CMF hedge fund heavily. I'm looking into CMF hedge fund. I'm thinking about doing it as a DAO, but we'll see. I'm still looking into it heavily. But I want to stay within the law, obviously. Since you're going to the bank tomorrow, run it past your business manager. Let's go, funky brother. Will this war be long in game or not? Will this war be long? It depends. It depends on when the budget runs out. So, it depends on how much Sleepy Joe gave to Iran to start this, random war. It does really depend on the budget that Sleepy Joe gave to Iran. When the budget runs out, the war comes to an end. Do you think the rumors are true of 300 million settlement fine? Because last year there were also rumors of a settlement in July, and it happened, which is very true. But last year there wasn't rumors. It was because last year we had Brad come out. Okay, so last year we had Brad. Brad came out and made a tweet and said, "We're going to get a resolution, not in months, but in weeks." And we did get a resolution, and it was in weeks. In a few weeks, we had the resolution. Ripple, XRP is not a security on secondary market sales, and so on and so on. And it was great news, absolutely amazing news, and it still is. So that's why it wasn't a rumor. It was because Brad came out and made a tweet, and it happened. because Brad knows it's his case. Now, regarding this time around, things are also interesting as well. So there's good, and there's also a second reason why I mentioned Brad said that. The other reason is also that this time around, this year, Brad tweeted out at the end of 2023. At the end of 2023, okay, just to put in perspective. At the end of 2023, going into 2024, Brad, David Schwartz, Monica Long, which is the Ripple CEO, and David Schwartz, the Ripple CTO, and the Ripple legal advisor, okay, Stuart. So Brad, Stuart, Monica Long, and David Schwartz, they all made separate tweets at the end of 2023, going to 2024. They all made separate tweets. And every single one of their tweets was on the similar lines of how 2024 is going to be all about digital finance. The narrative is going to be about digital finance. It's going to be about tokenizations. This is the year Ripple does this and this. This is the year Ripple does that and this, is what all of them said going into 2024. And then at the beginning of the 2024, we had the World Economic Forum. The massive World Economic Forum event is what we had at the beginning of 2024, which was again where Ripple made a speech to World Economic Forum members, and bankers and governors and wealthy and powerful people were all there. And they said the market narrative is banks, institutions, and regulations and regulated projects, which essentially is what XRP is. So they kind of, you could say, also announced that this year is going to be what it is going to be. But you can also see that it is going to be that, because the narrative so far has been banks, institutions, and regulations. And day by day, we have more banks, more regulations, and more institutions coming into the play. So this is definitely coordinated for the Ripple case to come to an end. I'm telling you right now, at the exact same time, the majority of people and just to put in perspective, these are the stages every trader goes through. Okay, every single crypto trader goes through these exact stages. So if you've been in the crypto space as long as I have, you've seen these emotions in everybody, because you've went through them yourself. So you know these exact emotions. And you shouldn't come into the crypto space. You shouldn't come into any market space with emotions. But unfortunately, everybody does. And you shouldn't, but everybody does. The majority of people do. And essentially, the steps of emotions that you do go through are, panic. A lot of people, inside the crypto space go through panic. When you're early inside the crypto space, your first time being inside the crypto space, you panic a lot. You read the news, you look at crypto influencers, and you start to panic. Some people go through the fear type of situation as well, which is worse than panic. And then you go through the type of stage where you go through the meme coin stage. You think you're going to become a millionaire overnight. These are all the stages you go through inside the crypto section. I'm going to get to the point as well. At the end, I'm going to make a point regarding XRP. And then you go through the meme coin section, especially when you're new inside the crypto. You go through the I'm going to become a millionaire next week type of wave. And then you start losing quite a lot of money because you don't know what you're doing. And you're just becoming exit liquidity for everybody else. And you're seeing, the news, these crypto influencers are telling you, oh, somebody put $100 and became a millionaire overnight. And you're going, well, I can be that person. I can put $100 and become a millionaire. Why not? And most likely you're not going to become that. You're just going to become exit liquidity for everybody else. Because you don't look at the rest of the 99% of people that didn't make it. You look at that one person that made it, but forget about the other 99%. Because you're not looking at logic from a logical perspective. But you go through all of these stages of fear, panic, and this and that and this. And then the last stage of a crypto investor, essentially, is frustration. The last stage you're going to go through of anyone who's inside the crypto space, as an investor inside the crypto space, as a trader inside the crypto space, is frustration. And that is the worst thing that can happen to you, because we are essentially where, things are about to set off. Things are about to set off for XRP. This is its year. This is Ripple Labs' year. And I know people have said in the past, oh, this is Ripple Labs' year, this is Ripple Labs' year, and so on, so on, so on. And I said, no, it isn't. I said this case needs to come fully to an end, but we need that something. We need green lights. We need 3 green lights is what I've said. I said for a long time, I've been saying we need the regulation, we need the case green light, we need the regulation green light, and we need the adoption green light, is what Ripple essentially circles around. And this is the year of the regulations and the adoption rates and the Ripple case. It's all 3 in 1, pretty much. But the last stage right now for most people, it's kicked in, is frustration. At the exact same time. At the exact same time that everything about to, do a frustration has kicked in for some people. And when you least expect it, that frustration, a lot of people, it's miserable for a lot of people when they miss on things because of frustration, especially if it's a legitimate project. But don't let frustration catch you out. It's the last stage. I'm telling you right now. And I said this, okay? I said this. In 2023, I said the last stage everybody's going to go through is frustration. I said this in 2023. I said going to 2024, the closer we get to, Ripple coming to an end, frustration will kick in for most people. Right at the end. I said this to people. It's the last stage, frustration. As a crypto trader, you're going to go through panic. You're going to go through fear. You're going to go through the meme coin crazy space where you think you're going to become a millionaire overnight. But the last stage of all of these steps is frustration on your legitimate project, especially for XRP. And then you're going to miss out. Which, good luck to you after that, if you miss out. After all of that, if you sell because of frustration, then good luck. Because it makes no sense to me either. Because it's just crazy to see how the human brain works, At the beginning, Ripple's SEC sues Ripple. Everybody's like, screw the SEC, why are they suing Ripple, and so on and so on. But if you look at the back scenes, there's so many things going on behind the scenes. But at the beginning, that's what people say, where we stand with Ripple at the beginning. Towards the middle, Ripple gets a resolution. Yay! Ripple gets a resolution. We're going. At the end, the case is about to close. Oh, I don't want XRP. Well, how does that make sense? At the beginning of the case, you said, yeah, Ripple, who likes the SEC anyways? Middle of the case, Ripple gets a resolution. Yay, it's great. At the end of the case, nah, I don't want XRP. Well, how does that work? So it's crazy how some people think. Do you think the rumors, regarding the rumors, they could be true, they can't be true, we'll see over time. But we did have quite a lot of indications. So 50-50 scenario on that, based on your question. Maybe he is not Sleepy Joe after all, he's quite awake. No, he is Sleepy Joe. It's not Sleepy Joe that's doing it. It's, the people that are lending Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe has no money. Sleepy Joe is broke in reality. Sleepy Joe, as I've said before, politicians are essentially 9 to 5 professional beggars. As I said before, politicians, presidents, prime ministers, any of these people, anything inside of politicians, they're just 9 to 5 professional beggars, just going out asking for donations. Please, sir, can I have some more? Do you know Oliver Twist? That's what politicians are. That's what essentially politicians. They're just like Oliver Twist. Please, sir, can I have some more? That's what they are. Just 9 to 5 professional beggars, just going around asking for donations. And those donations obviously come with consequences. There's no such thing as free money in this world. If BlackRock gives you fundings, or if any other private institution gives you fundings, you better dance when they say dance. You better jump when they say jump. And you better stand when they say stand. You better sit when they say sit. There's no such thing as free money. And politicians are just professional beggars. 9 to 5 professional beggars. And I said this previously before. I said, if you're a doctor, at least you provide something to society. If you're an engineer, if you're a plumber, if you're a builder, you're a carpenter, you're providing something to society in those terms. But if you're a politician, you're just a 9 to 5 professional beggar. That's all you are. Just please, sir, can I have some more donations? And Sleepy Joe has no money. He's broke. But he begs for money. There's a difference. Miles, he's talking about me, but now, but not now. Let's go, Dennis. Good night, Miles, and all CMF. Thank you, Miles. See everyone tomorrow. JPC tomorrow, about the same time as usual. I think you're talking about me. Let's go, thank you, brother. No, I wasn't talking about you. It's just the last stage. NatWest and Barclays are starting to say businesses can't deposit more than 20,000 cash a year. CBDC loading. Let's go, Foxy. Thank you for the update. Last stage. Let's go below. I'm going through all those emotions. Let's go, Foxy. After settlement, there is no frustration because then everyone is in good profits. Frustration time is right now. Exactly. I haven't gone through those stages, Miles. I guess I found you in time. Let's go, Sedafor. He's not only Sleepy Joe, but he has a zipper down. He has no clue what's going on. Rishi Sunak is a millionaire. Sheepig, yeah. So is Donald Trump. Donald Trump, there's a reason why they moved him. They can't control Donald Trump. They moved him. They can't control Donald Trump because he has money and power and wealth. So they can't control him, and that's why they, ended his presidency, because they can't tell him what to do. Sleepy Joe is a 9-to-5 professional beggar. He has no money. Like the majority of politicians, they have no money. So obviously, Sleepy Joe jumps up and down for donations. Donald Trump does not jump up and down for donations, and that's why they had to, end his presidency, because he doesn't listen to them, to the institutions, because that's what essentially controls the elections. And Rishi Sunak is the same scenario. Rishi Sunak was also chosen at the perfect time for the UK government. Rishi Sunak is the only person inside of the British government that understands the concept of CBDCs and blockchain. Rishi Sunak proposed the idea of blockchain and CBDCs to the British government about 4 years ago. He's the only one that has the capabilities and understanding of taking the UK to the next level and making it a cryptocurrency hub. Now, he's not a great politician by all means. He's the worst. I mean, to be fair to him, to be fair to Rishi Sunak, the words good and politician do not go with each other at all. The words good and politician do not go with each other. So he's not just, bad. The rest of them are also bad as well. We've never had a good one. We've never had a good politician at all inside the UK. So he's not really, on some high pole any sort of a way, because they're all terrible back to back. But yeah, I mean, he has money as well, but he's the only one that has the capabilities and understandings of CBDC world. And he was coordinated to happen as well, because nobody voted for Rishi Sunak. Rishi Sunak became next. You see, the lady before Rishi Sunak, the lady that was chosen before Rishi Sunak to lead the United Kingdom, she had zero understanding of CBDCs and zero understanding of blockchain. And then she left 2 months after, essentially, or a month after. Rishi Sunak came out of nowhere. Nobody voted for the guy, but he was coordinated to be next for a while. Which country starting this year CBDCs and cross-border payments? Do you have a document, if brother? The first countries that did it were essentially this year, especially. Any news left? Yes, a bit. I'll be honest, but we're going to do it for tomorrow. But yeah, we are coming up to. I haven't gone through this here. No, there we go. Which country released CBDCs? Dubai and China were the first ones to do cross-border payments together. Good at Miles, the CMF coin see tomorrow sometime as usual. Solomon, any news left? Slightly, yes, but we leave for tomorrow, because we're coming up to the endings of the live shows. I have to do a lot of paperwork as well. Tomorrow I have to go to the bank. I have some other things to do as well. It's a lot of things to do tomorrow. Too much to do tomorrow. But we're also coming up to the endings of the live show as well. Agreed. Let's go. Spicy, Rishi is a millionaire. See you next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, fine, brother. Miles, I don't hear much talk about Sologenic, which works with XRP. It does, but it's just there. Sologenic is one of those projects that is just there. Nobody pretty much uses it. Agreed. Let's go, Rishi Sunak. Good night, Queenie. Liz Truss, she had zero knowledge of government altogether. I agree. Facts. What Foxy has just said, facts. She had zero knowledge of anything. Also, we are coming up to the endings of this live show as well. If you enjoyed this live show and you're watching it for the first time ever, welcome to the CMF live show. If you enjoyed this live show, drop a follow, drop a like, and tune in every single night at this exact same time you're watching me right now. This live show has officially came to its endings. CMF, honestly, thank you so much to every single person from the CMF that tunes in every single night and engages inside the comment sections of this live show. Thank you so much to everybody from the CMF that's tapping on the screen on X. Thank you so much to the CMF that was tapping on the screen on YouTube. And thank you so much to everybody on the CMF that was also retweeting the live show as well on X. Thank you so much to that as well. Good night, Miles and CMF. Thank you. Have a great night and see you tomorrow. Mike, see you tomorrow, brother, same time as usual. Thanks, Miles, and see you all tomorrow. Solomon, see you tomorrow, brother, same time as usual as well. So, CMF, honestly, thank you so much to every single person from the CMF that's tuning in every single night, engaging in the comment sections, tapping on the screen on X and tapping on the screen on YouTube and retweeting the live show on X. I will be seeing every single one of you tomorrow, same timing as usual. Everybody have a great day or a good night, depending on where you are around the world. Good night, all. This education is priceless. Let's go, Foxy. See you tomorrow, same time as usual as well, Foxy. Good night, Miles and CMF. Carol, see you tomorrow, same time as usual as well. Take care, CMF. Stay blessed. Salafa, see you tomorrow, same time as usual as well. Nowhere, they are good. Nowhere, they are good. Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Manny, for retweeting the live show. Just got a notification. Thank you so much to everybody that's been retweeting the live show as well. Good night, CMF. Bill, I'll see you tomorrow, but at the same time as usual. I'll see everybody tomorrow. By the way, if you enjoyed this live show, drop a follow, drop a like, and tune in every single night at this exact same time you're watching me right now. I'll see everybody tomorrow, same time as usual, CMF. Everybody have a great day or a good night, depending on where you are around the world. Thank you and good night. Lena, see you tomorrow, same time as usual as well. Lena, I'm guessing you've got an incredible amount of likes as well on X. Lena, thank you so much for all the tappings on X as well. Billo, good night, brother. Good night, brother. Billo, see you tomorrow, same time as usual. And Lena, thank you so much as well for tapping on the screen. See you tomorrow, same time as usual as well. And thanks so much to everybody else who was tapping on the screen as well. I'll see everybody tomorrow, same time as usual. CMF, see you tomorrow, same time as usual. Once again, thank you so much for tapping on the screen on X and YouTube and for retweeting the live show on X. See everybody tomorrow, same time. 26,852 likes. Lena, thank you so much. Genuinely mean it. Lena, thank you so much for 26,852 likes. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for that, Lena. Genuinely mean it. Thank you so much. Lena, I'll see you tomorrow. And CMF, I'll see you tomorrow as well. See everybody tomorrow, same time as usual. Everybody have a great day or a good night, depending on where you are around the world. See you tomorrow, same time as usual. What's the likes for today? Quite a lot. Thanks, Miles. A good night, CMF. Don't see you tomorrow, same time as usual as well. See you tomorrow.